This is everything I made yesterday, testing recipes and also prepping for Lucas's birthday cake. Baking cakes is one of my favorite things, but I always underestimate how long each step takes. So I usually try to prep at least some components the day before actually assembling. So the first thing I made, which is what you see here, is a bunch of Swiss meringue buttercream. I kept it vanilla, but was maybe gonna add chocolate the next day. Then I started on a French buttercream, which was gonna be the filling. And for that, you use egg yolk and you cook the egg yolk until any bacteria has kind of died. It's super creamy and rich and is also a little less sweet than American buttercreams. Then I got started on this puff pastry tomato tart. You really actually don't need this tart pan, but I wanted to see how it would bake in it. And while I was in the oven, I got started on the filling. I was using the bones of a recipe I developed for Food 52, but I used ricotta, mascarpone, parsley because I didn't have basil, garlic, lemon juice, lots of salt and pepper, and also an egg to kind of bind it all together. Usually for this recipe, I make a homemade tart dough, so I wasn't entirely sure how the filling would actually bake in a puff pastry crust, but because I par baked it, it actually didn't need that much time in the oven. Ideally, you would use Sungold tomatoes for this, but I couldn't find them, so I just used heirloom cherry tomatoes. While the tart cooled, I got started on the actual cake batter. Fun fact, I actually ended up remaking the cake layers 3 different times. I used the chocolate sponge cake recipe for my roll cake, and as you can see, the layers were super thin, but more on that later. Then it was time to actually assemble the tart. In the original recipe, I actually bake it with sliced large heirloom tomatoes in it, but I felt like for this simplified version, just the cherry tomatoes was enough. They're also very lightly seasoned with flaky sea salt, pepper, and also olive oil. And I will say, Lucas was skeptical, but he did end up eating half the tart.